Hey guys, Indy here with Ultimate Tool Reviews. Well, we just got in some more Hart tools, and I wanted to just do a quick comparison of some Hart tools versus something like a Makita tool. So both of these are cordless Random Orbital Sanders. And what's interesting here is, of course, there's a decent price difference between these two. I believe the Hart is around, depending on when you find it on sale, I've seen this as low as about $40. Some's around $60 or so in that price range. Well, the Makita's right around twice that price, about $120 or so. Now, when you buy something like the Hart sander, of course it's going to be more for DIY oriented, not so professional use. Even Hart on their boxes said it's for serious DIYers, and I would definitely agree with that. I don't really use sanders too much. My wife likes to borrow my Makita sander all the time. We're always doing some type of project where I get in some older furniture, we'll sand it all off, restain it, and it looks great. Now, I asked her to try out both these sanders and just tell me what kind of her initial thoughts are. And from online, checking out forums and other reviews, I've kind of heard the same complaints about the Makita sander, that it doesn't really have that much power and that the grip on it is kind of weird. I would agree with probably the grip thing myself. The grip on it is okay. I do wish it had some type of other way to grab it. Doesn't really feel like there's any real good way to get my hand on there. And I'm just not sure why. I mean, like, this is probably the best way to hold on to it. But with the Hart sander, it's my wife's sander, a bit smaller than mine, of course, and, I would say she likes this one a lot better. Just from holding on to both of them, she said this is a far better sander when it comes to just overall using it. And, the Makita does have 3 speeds, but generally you're running it at the top speed anyways. I've never really had a reason to turn it down a speed, maybe if you're doing some more finer sanding. But other than that, they're very similar in how they work. I've got both the smallest batteries on each of these sanders, and just so you can listen to them, and turn each of them on. So that's the Makita on. Now, of course, the Hart only has 1 speed setting. They sound really, really similar there. Not much of a noise difference at all that I can tell. Super similar sounding sanders. Now, of course, one thing that when you're using sanders, having a lighter sander would, of course, be a little bit better. So let's see which one of these sanders is lighter. And just to make sure I'm fair here, I don't have a dust bag on the Makita. I'm going to take the Hart dust bag off as well. So let's weigh the Makita, and I've got the smallest batteries that I currently have. I know the Makita makes a 1.5 as well, but I don't have the 1.5s. So let's see what the Makita weighs with a 2 amp hour battery on it. So that's 3 pounds, 2.7 ounces there with the battery. And I'll take the battery off as well. And I've also got a sanding pad on here. I'll throw off that as well too. Right at 2 pounds, 5.1 ounces. So let's check out the Hart now with I know this is the smallest battery Hart makes, is the 1.5. Got no sanding pad on there, took the dust cover off just like the Makita. And so I'm at about 3 pounds, 0.4 ounces there. Let's see if I take the battery off, how much this weighs. All right, so right around 2 pounds, 3.6 ounces. And so a direct comparison to the Makita, 2 pounds, 5.1 ounces. So yeah, of course the Hart is going to be just a bit lighter. And of course that can make all the difference when you're using these 2 sanders. Now, one thing that I've noticed too is just the size difference between these 2 sanders as well. I don't mind having a taller sander, but for my wife, she definitely likes having a little bit smaller, shorter sander. And so let's see here, just the overall size difference. Looks like the height of the Makita is just a tad over 6 inches, while the Hart, let's get that there, right around 5 inches, almost an inch shorter between these 2 sanders here. Now, the only thing I'm not really a fan of on this Hart sander is on the Makita, the dust outlet right here, the dust exhaust is right off the back. It's a nice small little tube there, and it generally stays out of your way nicely. Well, this Hart here, it seems to have this like almost like a turbo like configuration here, and it really hangs off here. And you know, it has this slides on kind of thing with a dust cover, and that's just huge. That is a lot of stuff hanging off the sander here. I'm not really a fan of that. If I'm, you know, working up in here, I'm already hitting the wall. So that's kind of my only complaint about the Hart sander. But you know what, other than that, if you're looking for a really good, you know, just orbital sander, you don't need necessarily to buy a professional model like a Makita, DeWalt, or Milwaukee. You know, the Hart sander, I think it's just a fantastic option. It's going to be lighter than most of your professional sanders. It's a nice rubberized grip here. Very easy to use, simple controls here. And, you know, Hart seems like it's a pretty good brand from TTI. And definitely looking to test some more of their tools out. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think about the Hart tools so far. And take care, guys.